Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship. Welcome in, everybody, to the Ash Center World Baseball Academy for this Crossroads League matchup between the Bethel College Pilots and your University of St. Francis Cougars. Cougars coming into today's game in 8th place in the Crossroads League with an 11-29 overall record, 8-13 in Crossroads League play. So right now, St. Francis, the final team to make the Crossroads League playoffs. Bethel College comes in as the 9th place team in the Crossroads League, 13 wins overall, 24 losses, 5-6 in conference play. We're going to read from our game day program put together by Sports Information Director Bill Scott. It says Bethel College here for final home game at Ash Center today. This is it, one final home game for the University of St. Francis at the Cougars' new home field, the Ash Center World Baseball Academy, in season number 55. Bethel College returns for today's single 9-inning game after the game was postponed on April the 14th. USF hits the road for its final 5 Crossroads League games at Spring Arbor University on Wednesday and at Taylor University for a single game on Friday and 2 on Saturday to wrap up the regular season. USF will play one more game here in Fort Wayne in a rematch with Indiana Tech at Parkview Field tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. USF and Tech start the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Series with high school games following. The Pilots split a pair of games at Huntington, winning 2-1 and losing 3-0. USF split with Marion, winning 4-1, then losing 7-5 in game number 2. So that was this past Saturday here in Crossroads League action. Let's take a look here at the starting lineups for both teams. And we will start off with the Bethel College Pilots. It'll be number 27, Luke Adams, the shortstop, to lead it off for Bethel. Adams entering today with a .357 batting average. Batting second will be number 7, Colin Affolter, the center fielder, batting .323 on the season. Eric Kelver, number 11, the third baseman, batting in the 3-hole. Kelver batting .303 on the year. Batting cleanup will be the catcher, Mason Love, with a .292 batting average. Batting fifth is Big Mike Wathier, the first baseman, Mike entering with a .264 batting average and a second best 4 home runs on the team. Eric Kelver leads the team with 5 home runs. Colin Affolter also with 4 home runs for Bethel College. Batting in the 6th hole will be number 9, Jesse Cepeda. Jesse with a .288 batting average. Batting in the 7th spot, number 22, Siam Laffy. Laffy with a .273 batting average. Number 12 is Sean Luzon, the DH. Luzon with a .278 batting average. And rounding out the starting lineup, batting in the 9 holes, number 24, left fielder Andrew Miranda. Miranda with a .220 batting average entering today's contest. Pitching for Bethel College will be number 33, Corey Goodrich. He has the second best ERA on the team at 3.88, a 4-4 record on the season. In 51 innings pitched, he's given up 51 hits, 38 runs, 21 walks, 41 strikeouts, and opposing batters are hitting .245 against Corey Goodrich. Looking at the University of St. Francis, leading off for the Cougars today will be number 25, Tanner Gaff, starting at third base for Coach Greg Roberts. Gaff entering today with a .232 batting average. In the second spot will be number 33, Noah Frymuth, the pitcher and DH today. Noah with the team best .302 batting average. We'll go through his pitching stats here in a second. Batting in number 3 will be number 23, Tyler Prince, second best batting average on the team at .299. In the 4 holes, going to be number 21, Keaton Sullivan, playing center field. Keaton batting .274. Number 5, Jack Harris, playing right field. Jack batting .273. Number 0, David Snyder, your starting shortstop, batting .236. Batting in the 7 holes, number 12, Caden Sullivan, the catcher. Caden batting .157. Batting in the 8 holes, number 20, Brady Harris, second baseman. Brady is batting .204 on the season. And rounding out the starting lineup for St. Francis is number 4, Michael McCowan, the freshman left fielder. Michael batting .204 entering today's game. So once again, pitching for St. Francis will be number 33, Noah Frymuth. Noah just a sophomore for Coach Roberts with a 12.05 ERA, a 0-3 record on the season. In 18.2 innings pitched, he's given up 29 hits, 26 runs, 25 of those earned, 15 walks, 8 strikeouts, and opposing hitters are batting .367 against Noah Frymuth. Folks, we're going to take one more break here, and we'll be back with you before the start of today's Crossroads League single game 9-inning contest between Bethel College and St. Francis. Here from the Ash Center, World Baseball Academy in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
P Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at ONE, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Ash Center here for today's Crossroads League game. Joining me in the booth is assistant coach Dustin Butcher, And Butch, this past weekend, taking 1 out of 3 games against Marion. How'd the team play here on Friday and Saturday?
Well, I'll tell you, our starters gave us a chance to win every game. Matter of fact, they've even gone back to even the Mount Vernon game. they're giving us a chance to win. Our bullpen's got to hold up, though, and I feel good things coming in today, though. Good side sessions that definitely make me feel optimistic.
Now, last time out against Bethel, it was a lot of offense in those two games here. Cougars winning at 12-10 and then dropping a 14-11 decision. Here with Noah Frymuth on the bump, what do you expect to see from the Cougar defense?
It's not as windy, which is nice. This Bethel team can swing it. They're going to throw a really good pitcher that features a fastball changeup combo that's as good as anybody in our conference. This isn't a team to take lightly.
And Bethel currently in ninth place in the Crossroads League, so they're fighting for their playoff lives, where the Cougars right now currently hold the final spot entering the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's crazy because as I look at their charts, they got a freshman that hits at the top of the lineup, the Adams kid that can swing it, and he sets a pretty good tone, and he set a good tone the doubleheader we faced him, and we got to control him big time.
All right, Butch, well, good luck in today's game, and thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate your time.
That's assistant coach Dustin Butcher, and what a big game here for the Cougs after this one. Take on Spring Arbor and then a series against Taylor University, who's the only team in the Crossroads League that's receiving votes nationally. Folks, once again, I do apologize about the flickering on the screen, so hopefully that'll work itself out. One of those things, really can't explain it, can't replicate it, just only seems to happen at this field. So Indiana Wesleyan currently in first place in the Crossroads League. They have a 16-6 conference record. Huntington University right behind them with a 3-5 CL record. And then Taylor University, they are in the 39th spot nationally, 14-6 conference record for the Trojans. They're 34-11 overall, which is the best overall record amongst all the Crossroads League teams. Leading it off here for Bethel College, and you heard Coach Butcher talk about Luke Adams. Adams batting .357 entering today's contest, has 35 hits and 27 runs scored in 98 at-bats, 8 walks, 12 strikeouts, and 1 stolen base on the season. For Luke Adams, he also has 19 RBI, the leadoff hitter. He's only a freshman for these Bethel Pilots as Noah Frymuth's first pitch paints the outside corner for strike number 1. Frymuth, naturally a starting left fielder for the Cougs, getting the start here on the bump as he's up in this count 0-2. Just a sophomore. Frymuth transferred to St. Francis after 1 year at Purdue. Last year was his freshman season, redshirt freshman season for St. Francis. The 0-2 swung on, hit right at Tanner Gaff, comes up firing for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down here for the Cougs to start off this game. That's big Tanner Gaff. Gaff was All Crossroads League honorable mention a year ago as a freshman from Whitco High School. Tanner Gaff also can pitch for the Cougs if he's called upon. That's going to bring to the plate Colin Halfholder, the center fielder. Halfholder with a .323 batting average, has 42 hits and 26 runs scored in 130 at-bats. 4 home runs and 22 RBI, 15 walks, 19 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases for Colin Halfholder. His 130 at-bats is second most on the team as that first pitch is fouled off. 130 at-bats. He's played in all 37 games, and he started all 37. For St. Francis, Tanner Gaff has played and started in all 40 games for the Cougs. So too Noah Frymuth, Tyler Prince, Keaton Sullivan for St. Francis. So all those players playing and starting in every single game this season. 1-2 is your count. Pitch just misses inside right at the knees. So 2-2 now to Colin Halfholder. Halfholder, who wears number 7, is a senior from Bern, Indiana. Went to South Adams High School. Takes off or checks that pitch up and in. We have a full count. With 1 out. Beautiful weather here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, as spring is finally upon us. It took a while here on April the 23rd, 2018. We had snow a week ago today. So full count now to Affolter. Once again, St. Francis will play at Parkview Field tomorrow, the beautiful minor league home for the Fort Wayne Tin Caps, as that ball is caught by Mikhail McCowan for out number 2. Mikhail has been playing great ball for Coach Roberts, just a freshman. He and Tyler Prince, both playing at Bishop Lewis High School last year, both came over together from the school on the south side of Fort Wayne. That's going to bring the plate number 11, Eric Kelver. Kelver with the team high 5 home runs and 32 RBI. He has a .303 batting average, as that first pitch is low and out in the zone for strike number 1. Kelver, a .303 batting average, 40 hits, 26 runs scored in 132 at-bats. Yes, that ball's hit right at the second baseman, Brady Harris, for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Cougs as we head to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless here from the Ash Center.
Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Welcome back to the Ash Center. We're in the bottom of the first inning here. And on the bump, it's Corey Goodrich with a 3.88 ERA, a 4-4 record on the season. In 51 innings pitched, he's given up 51 hits, 38 runs, 22 of those earned, 21 walks, 41 strikeouts. And opposing batters are batting .245 against Goodrich. He wears number 33. He's a sophomore pitcher from Huntington, Indiana. Went to Huntington North High School. Listed at 6'2", 190 pounds. Leading off for St. Francis will be the third baseman Tanner Gaff with a .232 batting average, 33 hits, 23 runs scored, and 142 at-bats. He has 2 home runs and 22 RBI on the season, 27 walks, 39 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases for Tanner Gaff. Gaff, who played a little bit of right field this season as well, can also be a DH for Coach Roberts. Stepping into the box here to face Goodrich, the battery of Goodrich and Mason Love. That first pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Love, who wears number 16, is a sophomore transfer from IU South Bend for Bethel. 1-1's your count. He's from Monmouth, Illinois. Went to United High School. Assistant coach Miguel Tucker coaching first base. Head coach Craig Roberts, the third base coach. With a 1-2 count here, 0 outs. Gaff. Big cut. First strikeout of the game goes to number 33, Corey Goodrich. It's going to bring the plate, number 33, Noah Frymuth, the pitcher and DH in today's game. First pitch to Frymuth is going to miss outside. Frymuth brings a lot of power to the plate. Just a sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Bishop Dwenger High School, as that line shot was snagged by the third baseman, Eric Kelver, for out number 2. Good play there by the third baseman. That'll bring up Number 23, Tyler Prince, 6'3", 200-pound freshman. Fort Wayne, Indiana, Bishop Lewis High School. Prince, first baseman. Started off the season really hot at the plate. Has cooled off just a bit, now batting .299. Still right around .300, though, here in his freshman year. He'll take that one up and in. 1-1's your count. Prince with 3 home runs on the season, 17 RBI, .299 batting average, 38 hits, and 20 runs scored, and 127 at-bats. He's got 26 walks, 29 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases for Tyler Prince. Pitch will miss outside. We're evened up at 2 apiece. Good eye as that pitch is upstairs. So now it's a full count to the first baseman with 2 outs. Corey Goodrich on the bump. That ball ripped right up the middle. 2-out single for Tyler Prince. That'll bring to the plate the cleanup hitter, Keaton Sullivan.
Come on, Keaton, what do you say, babe?
Keaton swinging one of the hottest bats for the Cougs, entering today with a .274 batting average, 40 hits and 20 runs scored, and 146 at-bats, 2 home runs, 26 RBI, 10 walks, 36 strikeouts, 0 stolen bases for Keaton Sullivan. Sullivan's 40 RBI, second best to Noah Frymuth's 45 RBI, as we have back-to-back singles here with 2 outs for the Cougs.
Come on, Jack, what do you say,
It's going to bring to the plate number 5, Jack Harris, also swinging a good bat, batting .273 on the season, 27 hits, 16 runs scored, 99 at-bats, 8 RBI, 10 walks, 23 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases for Jack Harris, the sophomore from Bishop Dwenger High School. That first pitch is in there for a strike.
Come on, Jackie.
Jack Harris, the starting right fielder, can play pretty much every position in the outfield. Big swing and a miss. 0-2's your count. Goodrich taking a little bit off that one. 1-2, now your count. As stated earlier, this is our first week where we've got a full week of some good weather scheduled. Not really supposed to see rain until Friday. That ball hit foul right down the third base line.
Jackie.
1-2 now to Jack Harris. Goodrich checks Prince at second base. Harris swings on it. It's foul. Out of play, just barely out of play. Count will remain at 1-2. In the Crossroads League, Taylor with the top team batting average, hitting .323 as a team. St. Francis entering with a .241 team batting average. It's Taylor, Mount Vernon Naz, Marion, Bethel, and Spring Arbor. Bethel with a .292 team batting average, Marion at .306, Mount Vernon Naz at .307. So Taylor well ahead of the second place team, as that's going to be checked for strike number 3. We'll head to the top of the second inning, scoreless, here from the Ash Center.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at ONE, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for champions. Welcome back to the Ash Center. We're in the top of the second inning. Leading it off is going to be Mason Love, the catcher for Bethel College. Love listed at 6'3", 180 pounds. Love once again a transfer from IU South Bend. Big catcher for the Pilots. Catching for St. Francis is number 12, Caden Sullivan, brother of Keaton Sullivan, the center fielder. Caden at 6'2", 195 from Lima, Ohio, Bath High School. Love entering today's game with a .292 batting average, 33 hits, 5 runs scored, and 113 at-bats, 1 home run, 21 RBI, 9 walks, 17 strikeouts, and 1 stolen base for Mason Love. 1-0 is your count. Bethel College is coached by Seth Zartman, who's in his 14th season, because that's going to be a leadoff single here for the Pilots. In the top of the second. It's going to bring to the plate big number 5, Mike Wathier. Wathier is listed at 6'2", 220. Really looks like he's more 6'4", 6'5". From Crown Point, Indiana, Crown Point High School. Sophomore starting first baseman. Wathier entering with a .264 batting average, 32 hits, 29 runs scored, and 121 at-bats. 4 home runs, 20 RBI, 12 walks, 16 strikeouts. For Mike Wathier, with Mason Love at first base. First pitch is a ball to Wathier. Frymuth, the righty. That ball's hit by right to Gaff. Comes up firing. Harris over to Prince. Gets him for the double play. 5-4-3 double play for the Cougars. It's going to bring to the plate number 9, Jesse Cepeda. Cepeda, the right fielder, entering today with a .288 batting average, 36 hits, 22 runs scored, and 125 at-bats, 3 home runs, 9 walks, 14 strikeouts, 3 stolen bases. Big play there by Gaff over to Harris. Brady Harris flashing a strong arm over there at second base, able to turn the double. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch fouled off right off the plate. The 2-2. Good stop there by Caden Sullivan. Quick behind the plate. It's a full count now to Jesse Cepeda with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Bethel's been hitting the ball hard here. This one to center field. Keaton Sullivan got turned around just a little bit. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Cepeda, they're going to hold him at second base, so a stand-up double there for Jesse Cepeda with 2 outs. So that double play proves to be extremely important here for the Cougars here in the top of the second. It's going to bring the plate Siam Lafi. Siam with a .273 batting average, 33 hits, 30 runs scored, and 121 at-bats. 1 home run, 18 RBI, 22 walks, 40 strikeouts, and 11 stolen bases. Lafi, the starting second baseman, is ranked number 1 in the country, averaging nearly an error per game. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, scoreless here from the Ash Center.
Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Welcome back to the Ash Center here in the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be David Snyder, the starting shortstop, to lead it off. Caden Sullivan, and then Brady Harris for your Cougars. Snyder entering today with a .236 batting average, 26 hits, 21 runs, and 110 ABs. 1 home run, 13 RBI, 22 walks, 24 strikeouts. And he's 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts. Checks that first pitch for ball 1. Snyder up in the count, 2-0. Working against Corey Goodrich. That ball ripped right at the dugout. Nearly came into the opening of the dugout. Just hit the last pole of the protective fence. 2-1 your count. Snyder rips this ball into center field. Tracking it down for out number 1 is Colin Affolter. That'll bring to the plate number 12, Caden Sullivan. Your starting catcher.
Sorry. That was appreciated. I was like this. I moved out of the way simultaneously.
Caden was 1 for 4 in the second game against Marion and 0 for 2 in the first game against Marion. 1-1 with 1 out is your count. Sullivan, a .157 batting average, 11 hits, 3 runs scored, and 70 at-bats, 8 RBI on the season, 5 walks, and 26 strikeouts. 2-1 now to Sullivan. (3-1) now to Sullivan. Full count. Pitch misses up and in. It's a good eye at the plate. As with one out, Caden Sullivan draws the walk. Bring up the starting second baseman, Brady Harris. Brady with a .204 batting average, 22 hits, 12 runs scored, and 108 at-bats. Does have 7 RBI, 10 walks, 22 strikeouts, and 3 stolen bases. We got a courtesy runner. Courtesy runner is number 13, Tony Bova. Bova Jr. at 6'175". Bova with 4 stolen bases in 5 attempts. 0-1 your count to Brady Harris. Harris, a sophomore from Muncie, Indiana, Cohen High School. Nice pickoff attempt. Ball is dropped there by Wathier. One's your count with 1 out. Nice lead by Bova at first base. And as he takes off, hit and run is on. It's a foul ball. 0-2 now your count.
Come on, Brady.
Goodrich, the righty, out of the stretch. Pitch upstairs for ball 1. Harris, once again, a sophomore. Last time out, he was 1 for 3 with a run scored in game number 2 against Marion. Bova's off. Throw is there and not in time. 5th stolen base on the season for Tony Bova. 2-2's your count now with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. In game number 1 this past Saturday, Brady Harris was 1 for 3 against the Knights. In game number 2, he also had a walk. Pitch fouled off, will remain at 2-2. Harris against Mount Vernon Naz was 2 for 4 with a run scored and a strikeout. Went 2 for 3 against Robert Morris. That was back on March the 9th. 2 for 2 against Campbellsville and 2 for 4 against Reinhardt. So Brady Harris's multi-hit games this season. Working this count full against Corey Goodrich. Taylor University also boasts the best ERA in the Crossroads League at 2.85. Wesleyan right behind him at 3.04. Huntington at 3.69. Marion at 5.22. Mount Vernon Naz at 5.52. Just a couple years ago when Spring Arbor and Mount Vernon Naz had the 2 top teams along with Taylor in the Crossroads League. Both programs have fallen off just a little bit as Marion, Indiana Wesleyan playing some good ball, and Huntington last year making the national tournament. Huntington currently in 2nd place. In the Crossroads League, 13-5 conference record, 15-17 overall. They're the only team in the top 4 that has a losing overall record. Still 3-2. Brady Harris at the plate with Tony Bova looking to score from second. That ball is ripped right at the shortstop. Bova at third. So a good play there by Luke Adams getting the sure out. But Tony Bova advances to third base on the sacrifice by Brady Harris. That'll bring the plate Michael McCowan with Tony Bova just 90 feet away. McCowan with a .204 batting average, 11 hits, 11 runs scored, and 54 at-bats. 5 RBI on the season, 7 walks, 12 strikeouts, and he's 3 for 4 in stolen base attempts. Checks that one, leaning on his front foot, 0-1 your count. Goodrich. That one fouled off the backstop. Goodrich up in this count now, 0-2. Had 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Pitch misses up and in. Good eye by McCowan. Goodrich with 39 total pitches, 24 strikes, and 15 balls. The 1-2's fouled away. Goodrich has faced 8 batters with 6 first pitch strikes. McCowan drills this ball. That's into center field, where Afholder's got it for out number 3. We head to the top of the third inning. Still scoreless here from the Ash Center.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for champions. Welcome back, everybody, here in the top of the third inning. Still dealing with this flickering. It seems to be getting worse and worse. Leading off will be Sean Luzon and Andrew Miranda here for Bethel College. First pitch from Frymuth, swung on, popped into center field. Keaton Sullivan underneath it for out number 1. It's going to bring the plate number 24, Andrew Miranda. Miranda entering today with a .222 batting average, 18 hits, 14 runs scored, and 82 at-bats, 1 home run, 7 RBI, 12 walks, 19 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases on the season. Down in this count, 0-1. Miranda, a freshman from Lansing, Michigan, went to Lansing Christian High School. This count's evened up at 1 apiece. Another one hit towards the dugout. 1-2 is your count. Frymuth with 25 total pitches, 17 strikes and 8 balls. in 8 batters faced. He's got 6 first pitch strikes. So a good start to this game by both pitchers. It's amazing. I was set up about an hour ahead of time, and the flickering didn't even start till about a quarter till, right before the broadcast started. Not sure if that's because the sun went down. It was pretty bright here when I first got here. 2-2's your count with 1 out. Ball hit right off the glove of Prince. Comes up firing to Frymuth. Way to stick with it by Tyler Prince for out number 2. It's going to bring to the plate number 27, Luke Adams, the leadoff hitter. Adams, once again, just a freshman from Crown Point High School. Grounded out Tanner Gaff in his first at-bat. Gaff, the starting third baseman. 1-0's count. Number 1 team in the country is Faulkner with a 41-3 overall record. Frymuth down in this count now 3-0. Georgia Gwinnett, Southeastern out of Florida, St. Thomas out of Florida, and Oklahoma City is tied with Oklahoma Wesleyan to round out the top 5. (3-1) now after the pitch on the inside corner. This ball's drilled for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd, still scoreless here from the Ash Center.
Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Welcome back, everybody, here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Leading off for St. Francis will be the leadoff hitter, third baseman Tanner Gaff. Gaff, who struck out in his last at-bat. First pitch, a strike to Gaff. Down in this count now 0-2. Folks, I'll check the connection of the cable after this inning here. See if we can figure something out. 2-2's the count to Tanner Gaff. Gaff drills this ball into left field for out number 1. That'll bring the plate number 33, Noah Frymuth. With a line shot to the third baseman, Eric Kelver, in his first at-bat. Frymuth, the starting pitcher today. Drills that first pitch into center field. Affolter's got it for out number 2.
Something's gonna fall.
Dude, we're hitting the ball hard. Terrible hit, Noah. Just terrible.
With 2 outs, your batter is Tyler Prince, who singled back in the first. Both he and Keaton Sullivan had back-to-back singles. Both teams with 2 hits apiece. As that first pitch is up and in for ball 1. (2-0) now the count to Tyler Prince.
Hold off the back of that dugout. Who's on it? I got it, Tessie.
2-1 with 2 outs.
I got it.
Goodrich out of the windup. As that ball is drilled into right center field. Cepeda right at the fence, cannot make the grab. Short hops the fence, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Tyler Prince. He is hitting the ball very well today. Prince now 2 for 2 in this game. That brings the plate Keaton Sullivan.
About 354. Probably you didn't hit the fence though. Well, 353. He did jubilation. I thought he was going to get tagged.
Sullivan was 0 for 5 in the second game against Marion. He was 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored in the first game of the doubleheader. And on Friday against Marion, he was 2 for 4. Sullivan had a 6-game hitting streak going on before that 0 for 5 performance, highlighted by that game number 2 against Bethel, where he was 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBI. He was huge in that first doubleheader against these Pilots. Down in the count now, 0-2. Prince at second base. Wind starting to pick up here. It's blowing from right to left on your screen. A lot of these games, it's been blowing straight out to left center field. Not so much today. Still, you hit one to center to left field, it's going to carry. The 0-2 to Sullivan, Keaton Sullivan. As he drills this ball. Left center field. That falls right at the fence. Prince going to come home to score on the RBI double by Keaton Sullivan. Cougars take the lead here. 1-0 over the Pilots. So Sullivan's RBI double scores Tyler Prince. That ball landed right at the bottom of the fence there, 400 feet to dead center. Jack Harris swings at the first pitch. We got back-to-back hits. And Sullivan waved home to score on his horse. That's a stand-up run scored. Cougars up now 2-0 after the RBI single by Jack Harris. Brings the plate, number 0, David Snyder. Snyder swings at the first pitch for out number 3. We head to the top of the 4th. Folks, I'm going to try to fix that camera. That first pitch is a strike to Colin Affolter. Ball drilled and it's gone. Solo home run for Colin Affolter. Just the 3rd hit of the game here for Bethel College. Cougs with 5 hits. But that was a big one. I'll bring up number 11, Eric Kelver. Kelver grounded out to the second baseman in his first at-bat. First pitch strike after the home run to Kelver. For Affolter, that is his 5th home run on the season, which ties him with Kelver for a team high. Kelver now down the count 0-2. Good stop there by the catcher, Caden Sullivan. 1-2 now your count. That ball's drilled. Sullivan underneath it for out number 1. That'll bring the plate the catcher Mason Love, number 16. Love with the single back in the 2nd inning. Primu's first pitch low in the zone for strike 1. That one a little bit lower. Counts evened up at 1 apiece. Primu with the off-speed pitch in the dirt. 2-1 your count. Pitch drilled into left center field. It short hops the fence. That'll be a stand-up double for Mason Love. 1 out, runner at second base for the first baseman, Mike Wathier. Wathier, who grounded out into the 5-4-3 double play back in the second inning. First pitch, ball to Wathier. Normally teams like to put in the courtesy runner for the catcher, but Love stays on the base pass. Umpire with a big strike zone there as a couple of the pitches looking a little bit low. Call for strikes. That ball is drilled into right field, and knocking it and keeping it in front of him is Jack Harris. Good attempt there by Jack. Gets the ball into Brady Harris. Good work there as we got runners at second and third. Good job by the Cougar defense, though, saving the run.
Brady, you can't expect the ball when the ball's still live.
So Love now at third base, Wathier at second for the batter, number 9, Jesse Cepeda, the right fielder.
Right there, Mike. Okay.
Actually, the pinch runner is Seth Kermode, number 18.
Tag!
Sullivan catches it deep, comes up firing, goes right to third base with it. We are tied at 2 after the sacrifice fly by Jesse Cepeda. That will keep Wathier at second base. 2 outs for Siam Laffy. Both teams now with 5 hits here in the top of the 4th. Ball hit right at Gaff. Out, number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 2 here from the Ash Center.
P Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream, and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Welcome back here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We are tied at 2. Bethel getting 2 runs back there in the top of the 4th inning after St. Francis put up 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. St. Francis, it was a RBI double by Keaton Sullivan that scored Tyler Prince, and then an RBI single by Jack Harris that scored Keaton Sullivan. Leading it off here will be Caden Sullivan, who drew a walk in his first at-bat. Then his courtesy runner, Tony Bova, stole second base. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Corey Goodrich still on the bump here for Bethel. Counts evened up at 1 apiece to Caden Sullivan. Ball right up the gut for a leadoff single by Caden Sullivan. That'll bring the plate number 20, second baseman Brady Harris. Courtesy runner Tony Bova going to come in. We'll see if he looks to run here on the first pitch.
Good hit, kid.
Nice lead by Bova at first. Harris swings at the first one right down the left field line. Bova goes to third. That's a double for Brady Harris, advancing Tony Bova to third base. Cougars in good spot here with 0 outs, runners at second and third for number 4, Michael McCowan. Michael flew out to center field in his first at-bat. McCowan hits the first one. Laffey with a nice diving stop, but still that's going to be an RBI sacrifice for Michael McCowan. Huge hit there as McCowan has been hitting the ball solid in his freshman season. Harris now at third base for the leadoff batter, Tanner Gaff. Cougs now with 7 hits in this ball game. Bethel with 5. Gaff checks that first pitch for strike 1. Cougars have been jumping on Corey Goodrich's first pitch here in the bottom half of the lineup. Gaff takes that first one for a strike. Second pitch down low, 1-1's your count. Ball gets past Love, and Brady Harris comes home to score. Cougs up now 4-2. Two-1 now the count to Tanner Gaff. Bases are cleared. Cougs getting 2 runs in the bottom of the third and 2 runs here in the bottom of the fourth. Big cut. Counts evened up at 2 apiece. Gaff entering today with a .232 batting average.
Hey, baby, win a battle!
Gaff in the Marion series was 1 for 5 with a run scored, 0 for 2, and 1 for 4 with a run scored. Gaff's best game was against Pikeville, where he was 4 for 4 at the plate with a run scored, 2 doubles, 2 RBI, and a walk. Full count now to Gaff. Ball popped into shallow left, right down the line. Making the grab there was the left fielder, Andrew Miranda, for out number 2. Two outs, your batter is Noah Frymuth, the pitcher in today's game.
Good.
Frymuth would take that first pitch for ball 1. Up and outside. Frymuth drills this one to left center, and it is gone. A solo home run for Noah Fryman.
I think that was the win.
Way to help yourself out, Fry.
Frymuth waited back and just hopped on that pitch. So he blasted it. That was to center field, left part of the fence, about a 410-foot shot. Cougs up now 5-2.
I never leave him down. I never leave him down. He's always junk in there.
Brings the plate Tyler Prince. That first pitch is a strike. Prince 2 for 2 in today's game. Had a single back in the first. He doubled and scored a run back in the third. Down in this count 0-2 to Corey Goodrich. Cougar bats have come alive here in the last 2 innings. Prince trying to keep his streak alive. 2 for 2 in this game. Prince in the series against Marion was 2 for 4 with a run scored, 1 for 4 with a run scored, and 2 for 5 with a run scored. Currently on a 3-game hitting streak, make it 4 now. Pitch misses low for ball 1.
Come on, TP. Attaboy. Ace at ball 4.
Counts evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch was fouled off the catcher's mitt. Will remain at 2-2. Excuse me, 3-2. Ball hit into left center field. It's trouble for Miranda as he makes the grab at the warning track. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Cougs on top, 5-2.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship. Welcome back here in the top of the 5th inning. Bethel's going to lead it off with Sean Luzon, Andrew Miranda in the top of the order, Luke Adams. Colin Affolter with the big home run for Bethel in the top of the 4th. Then it was Jesse Cepeda who flew out to center field, but it was deep enough to score the courtesy runner, Seth Kermode. That first pitch is in there for a strike to number 12, Sean Luzon. 1-1 your count.
Fry.
2-1 now your count. It's Noah Frymuth on the bump. for your Cougars, starting this game, hitting a home run in this game. Ball hit right at the third base coach, the head coach, Seth Zartman. Good block on the ball in the dirt. That was the 50th pitch for Frymuth. 32 strikes and 18 balls. He's averaging 12 pitches per inning. Gets him looking. That's the first strikeout of the game for Noah Frymuth. Starting to settle in here. The Ash Center World Baseball Academy. That's going to bring up Andrew Miranda, the left fielder. Counts evened up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Off speed pitch. Falls in for strike 2. 1-2 now your count. The 1-2 from Frymuth is a swing. Looks like that one was fouled off. Just getting a piece of it is Miranda. Assistant coaches for Bethel College: Dick Seiler, Kyle Boynton, Cam Brancock, and Chris Woodruff. 2-2's your count. Head coach Seth Zartman is in his 14th season at Bethel. Frymuth's pitch. This is up and outside. We have a full count. Frymuth with 1 strike. And that's his 1 strikeout, and that's his first walk of the game. Both runs were earned for Bethel. 1 out, runner at first base for the leadoff hitter, Luke Adams. Adams 0 for 2 in this game. Take that first pitch for a ball. Counts evened up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Frymuth, the righty, out of the stretch. Miranda with a nice lead at first base. So that one's fouled off at 1-2. So Luke Adams goes down looking for out number 2. It's his second strikeout of the game for Noah Frymuth. Second strikeout in the inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, Colin Affolter, who's 1 for 2 with a homer in his last at-bat back in the 4th. Still have Miranda at first base. Chopper. Nice catch there by the third base coach, Coach Zartman. 0-1's your count. Fryman checks the runner at first. Grooves it in there for strike number 2. 0-2 with 2 outs. This ball's drilled right at Gaff. Comes up firing for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. St. Francis up 5-2 over Bethel College.
P Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream, and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at ONE, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Welcome back to the Ash Center World Baseball Academy. St. Francis up 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Leading it off will be center fielder number 21, Keaton Sullivan. Sullivan now 2 for 2 in this game, had an RBI double and scored a run back in the 3rd inning. Keaton Sullivan, once again, he had a 6-game hitting streak snapped in the last game against Marion.
Well, eventually. Hey, lock back in, big boy. Here we go.
0-2 now your count to Sullivan. It's the starter, Corey Goodrich. Still on the mound for Bethel. Check swing, hit right off the handle, will not roll foul. For out number 1. That'll bring up number 5, Jack Harris. First pitch to Jack Harris is in there for a strike. Jack had an RBI single back in the 3rd and struck out looking back in the 1st. 1-1 is your count to Jack Harris. Just got told that they're expecting rain coming in. There are a bunch of clouds rolling up. Full count now after that pitch misses low. Folks, I might have to get back up to protect some of this equipment as there is a bunch of rain coming in. It's like it's supposed to rain for the next 3 hours. Harris will take first base.
Somebody check that ball. Yeah.
I'll bring up number 0, David Snyder.
Hey, stay back, Dave. Stay tall.
We've had that umpire in the field before.
Yeah.
Not this year. A couple times.
Rich is his name.
Looks like the Clouds will be getting in here about 4:40.
Right on it.
Snyder down the count 0-1 with Harris at first. Jack, after being hit by a pitch, standing on first base with 1 out. Cougs with 8 hits, Bethel with 5. 0-2 now your count to David Snyder. Snyder entering today with a .236 batting average. Was 0 for 4, 0 for 3, and 0 for 5 in the series against Marion. Goes down looking for out number 2. That'll bring the plate Caden Sullivan. 2 outs. Caden had a nice single back in the 4th inning to lead it off and scored a run. He's 1 for 1 in this game. Walked back in the 2nd. Harris with a nice lead at first base. Leaning towards the bag. Gets back easily. Wathier holding him on at first. That ball's drilled right at the shortstop for out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 6th, 5-2. USF on top. Okay, we're back here. It's had to weatherproof. Do my best to try to get that stuff covered up. Batter now, it's Mason Love. Puts down the bunt. Sullivan's on it for out number 2. In that first at bat, it was Eric Kelver grounding out to third baseman Tanner Gaff. There, Caden Sullivan making the play for out number 2. Brings up number 5, Mike Wathier. (2-0) down low. 3-0 now your count to Wathier. It's Noah Frymuth with his team up 5-2. Low in the zone for strike number 1. 3-1's your count with 2 outs. St. Francis with 8 hits, Bethel with 5. Chopper goes foul. Full count now. Full count to Wathier. Swung on, Gaff has it. And nice scoop. Good job of keeping his foot on the bag by Tyler Prince. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. St. Francis up 5-2 here from the Ash Center.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship. Welcome back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. St. Francis will go with Brady Harris, Mikael McCown, and the top of the order, Tanner Gaff. Still pitching is number 33, Corey Goodrich. Goodrich with 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's given up 5 runs, all of them earned, in 8 hits so far in this game. Harris out in front of that first pitch, down 0-1. NFL draft this Thursday. Cougars will be keeping an eye out to see if the NAIA Player of the Year, Nick Ferrer, gets drafted. 1-1's your count. Harris drills that one. Picked up by number 27, Luke Adams, for out number 1. Once again, Adams just a freshman. Going to be a staple here for the Pilots for the next 3 seasons. 1 out. Your batter is Mikael McCown. Folks, the rain now is just getting started, and there is a bunch coming up on the radar. Kelver, nice snag. Route number 2. With the speed of Mikael McCown, Kelver knew he had to get rid of it quickly. Your batter now is Tanner Gaff, who's played a great third base in this game so far. Got an arm up in the bullpen for Bethel. It's number 10, Brandon Beaushaw, the senior from Croswell, Michigan. 0-1 your count to Gaff. Gaff locked in on it. Over the left fielder's head. Miranda not taking a good angle at that ball. As that'll be a 2-out double for Tanner Gaff. Brings the plate Noah Frymuth.
Line drive, get him in here.
The pitcher in today's game. Hitting for himself. Two gone with Gaff at second base.
You're good, nobody.
In this situation, if the rain comes in and starts getting heavy, the game gets called. We're past the 5th inning, so the Cougars will get the victory. So Goodrich gonna call for Love, have a little conference on the mound. Couple teams in the Crossroads League with this artificial infield. Mount Vernon Naz, I believe Spring Arbor, and I know Taylor. Taylor was the first team to get it. Oh, 1's your count with 2 outs. Frymuth in his last at-bat had a home run. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Swing and a miss. It's the 4th strikeout of the game for Goodrich. We'll head to the top of the 7th with St. Francis up 5-2.
P Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Welcome back to the Ash Center World Baseball Academy. Leading it off for Bethel is going to be Jesse Cepeda. Batting out of the 6th hole, the right fielder, Siam Laffey and Sean Luzin. So it started raining here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. The rain coming up from the south. Wind's blowing out of the east. So that's a leadoff single for Jesse Cepeda. That'll bring the plate Sam Laffey. Laffey 0 for 2 in this game. First pitch low for ball 1. Two O's your count. St. Francis next year will have Anthony Miller, who's a medical redshirt this year.
Deep breath, relax, get back to it.
St. Francis coaches were hoping he was going to be healthy to be their #1 pitcher. He's a junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Northrop High School, a transfer from Lakeland Community College. 3 O's to count. He'll join a potent offense next year with Tyler Prince, Noah Frymuth, and Tanner Gaff, along with David Snyder, Caden Sullivan, Jack Harris, Brady Harris, leading the way. Laffey. That's a catch by Jack Harris for out #1. Folks, we might have to shut this down as the rain's coming in the dugout now. We'll keep you posted. Batter is Sean Luzon, number 12. First pitch is a ball. Counts evened up at 1 apiece after the foul ball.
One shot.
Taylor University also has the best fielding percentage in the Crossroads League at .977. Marion, Wesleyan, Huntington, and St. Francis, your top 5 teams. That ball's drilled to left field and gone. 2-run home run for Sean Luzon. Brings Bethel to within 1, down 5-4. Luzon, that's his first home run of the season. Brings to plate Andrew Miranda, left fielder. With 1 out. Takes that first pitch for a strike. We're evened up at 1 ball, 1 strike to Miranda. Walked in his last AB. He's 0 for 1 in this game. Grounded out to Tyler Prince, first baseman.
Hey, that's your best right here. Come on now.
Two balls, one, excuse me, we're evened up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice stop by Sullivan. On deck, it's the top of the lineup, Luke Adams. Looks like they're now calling for a 60% chance rain on Tuesday. And 50% chance on Friday. Full count to Andrew Miranda. Checks that pitch low and outside for ball 4. As Coach Roberts is going to make a visit to Noah Frymuth. Coach is going to look to the pen. We'll take a break, come back with you for the relief pitcher stats.
Sports medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Welcome back to the Ash Center. 5-4 USF on top. And we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. St. Francis with 9 hits. Bethel with 7. Oh, excuse me. We are still in the top of the 7th. The new pitcher is number 16, Kyle Zabarski. Zabarski with a 4.95 ERA, a 1-1 record. In 20 innings pitched, he's given up 28 hits, 14 runs, 11 of those earned, 8 walks, 6 strikeouts. Opposing batters hitting .329 against Zabarski. Kyle listed at 6'2", 210 pounds from Willoughby, Ohio. He's a transfer from Lakeland Community College. That first pitch is upstairs for ball 1.
Come on, Kyle.
Counts evened up at 1 ball, 1 strike. We got 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Rain starting to pick up here from the Ash Center. Ball popped up to center. Route number 2. Keaton Sullivan with the grab. I'll bring up number 27, Luke Adams. Starting shortstop.
Nothing over your head here.
Excuse me, it's Colin Affolter at the dish. At first base is Miranda.
Here we go, T-Bar. Get the ground ball here.
0-1 is your count. Ball popped up, Sullivan. And Zabarski makes the grab for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Cougs up 5-4.
Athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at ONE, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab. AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for champions. Welcome back, everybody. We are here in the bottom of the 8th, should be the 7th inning. We'll get that changed for you. Leading it off for your Cougars will be Tyler Prince, Keaton Sullivan, and Jack Harris. 3, 4, 5 batters.
I didn't know I was out on the field. When I turned around behind me, I was like, whoa. I thought I was about to catch the point almost.
Hey, I'm good. No, go make sure he's ready and let me know.
Come on, Tyler. It's not.
So Tyler Prince to lead it off. He's 2 for 3 in this game. Had a single back in the first inning, a double in the third, scored a run, and popped out to left fielder Andrew Miranda back in the 4th inning. Here in the bottom of the 7th, takes that first pitch for ball 1.
Nick, are your legs loose?
Prince once again, about a week ago, his batting average is up to about 320. Now he's right around the 300 mark. After today's performance, we'll be back over 300. Up in this count, 2 balls, 0 strikes. The new pitcher is Brandon Beaushaw, number 10. That pitch is a called first strike. Beaushaw entering today with a 5.86 ERA, a 1-0 record on the season. In 27.2 innings pitched, he's given up 38 hits, 29 runs, 18 of those earned. Check swing. It's going to go around for strike number 2. 2-2 is your count. He's got 13 walks, 18 strikeouts on the season, and opposing hitters are batting .333 against Beaushaw. Prince drills it into right field. Jesse Cepeda underneath it for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up number 21, Keaton Sullivan. Keaton 2 for 3 in this game. Had an RBI double and a run scored back in the 3rd and had a single in the 1st. Keaton Sullivan swinging a good bat here in his senior season. Hops on that first pitch right up the gut for a 1-out single. St. Francis batters seem like they're at their best when they're hopping on that first pitch. It's going to bring up number 5, Jack Harris. Jack 1 for 3 with the RBI single back in the 3rd. He was hit by a pitch back in the 5th. So he's actually 1 for 2 in this game. Struck out looking back in the 1st. Harris will look at that first pitch for ball 1. Jack in the series against Marion was 1 for 5 1 for 3 with a run scored and 1 for 3 with a run scored. Kelver was retreating a little bit, slipped on the surface, and still made the play for out number 2. Advancing to second base will be Keaton Sullivan. But a good play there by the third baseman, Eric Kelver. 2 outs. Your batter is number 0, David Snyder. Snyder, 0 for 3 in this game. Has not had to make too many plays out in the field.
Hey, got 2 left, David. 2 left. Make it count.
0 for 1 in this count.
Come on, David.
One of the better fielding shortstops in the Crossroads League. Been pretty quiet out in the field. Tanner Gass been getting all the balls at third base. Snyder down the count, 0-2.
Ready? Yep. Work ahead. Your arm feel good?
The 0-2 from Beauchamp. Snyder on the off-speed pitch. That is in shallow right center field, but Zepeda makes the grab. We'll head to the top of the 8th inning.
Hey, Mick, you gotta stay here, big boy.
5-4, St. Francis on top.
Sports medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Welcome back here in the top of the 8th inning. Leading off for Bethel, it's going to be the third baseman, Eric Kelver. Kelver 0 for 3 in this game.
Charlie, when you say that stuff, it hurts me.
Kelver, a senior from South Bend, Indiana, Clay High School. New pitcher on the bump. It's number 12 for St. Francis, Caden Sullivan. Caden entering with a 12.0 ERA. In 3 innings pitched, he's given up 6 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. He has 2 strikeouts, 0 walks. And opposing batters are hitting .429 against the freshman, Caden Sullivan. Always nice to have players like Caden and Keaton that can play just about every position on the field. Ball picked up by Gaff. Got caught up in his mitt for a second, but regrouped to make the play on the 5-3. It's the second time this game that Kelver's grounded out to Tanner Gaff. It's going to bring up number 16, Mason Love.
Get a new one. Ask for another one.
Love, 2 for 3 in this game. hit a double and scored a run back in the fourth. Bethel scored 2 runs in the top of the fourth and 2 runs in the top of the seventh. St. Francis getting 2 runs in the bottom of the third and 3 runs in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2 balls, 0 strikes with 1 out. It's Caden Sullivan. Caden started this game as the catcher. Now we got Matt Vollmer in to catch, number 15. Vollmer, 5'8", 175-pound junior from Kitchener, Ontario. Timeout called by the umpire. Mason Love, just a sophomore. So Bethel will have him for 2 more seasons. Big pitch. Swing and a miss. Counts evened up at 2 apiece. With 1 out. Caden Sullivan with his first strikeout of the game. That'll bring the plate number 5, Mike Wathier. Wathier 1 for 3 at a double back in the 4th inning. That first pitch will miss low for ball 1. Wathier drills this one into center, right at Keaton Sullivan for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cougars still up 5-4 as it's sprinkling here at the Ash Center World Baseball Academy.
P Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics. The industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at ONE, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Welcome back here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cougars going to lead it off with Caden Sullivan, who's now pitching in this game. And we do have a new pitcher for Bethel. It is number 34, Josh King. King, who leads the Crossroads League in strikeouts per game, averaging over 10. Josh King entering today, 5.65 ERA, a 3-5 record on the season. In 51 innings pitched, he's given up 52 hits, 37 runs, 26 balls, 59 strikes, or 26 walks, 59 strikeouts, and opposing batters are hitting .278. King, one of the best pitchers here for Bethel. His 51 innings pitched ties him with Corey Goodrich, who started this game for a team best. So Bethel desperately needs to get a win here if they want to stay in the hunt to make the Crossroads League playoffs. They'll have 3 games at home against Marion to finish off conference play. If they were to win tonight in all 3 of those games, they'd have 9 wins on the season, which means if St. Francis would only have to win 1 out of their next 5 league games. First pitch to Caden from King is a strike too low. Ball 1. King started in game number 1 against St. Francis last week, and that was a Cougar victory, 11-10. Excuse me, that was a 12-10 win for the Cougars. 2-0's the count. Make it 2-1. Caden Sullivan 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored back in the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. Hit into a fielder's choice back in the 5th and walked back in the 2nd. Counts evened up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch fouled away. Count will remain full. Caden hit that one in the bullpen. Still just a little bit of a drizzle of a rain here at the Ash Center. But the artificial infield shouldn't be an issue. It's looking like it's going to rain pretty much all throughout the night. The full count pitch hit into the dugout. Heavy rain's coming in here in about the next 10 minutes as it goes from light green to dark green. That ball ripped into left field, could fall. Miranda catches it on the run for out number 1. Good piece of hitting. Hit it just a little bit too hard, did Caden Sullivan. That'll bring up Brady Harris. Brady entering today with a .204 batting average. In that series against Marion, 0 for 4, 1 for 3, and 1 for 3 with a run scored. Harris in this game had a double back in the 4th. Currently a 3-game hit streak for Brady Harris. 1 ball, 0 strike. Counts evened up at 1-1 with 1 out. It's Josh King on the rubber. Good move here, bringing in the ace, Josh King. Bethel's next game is 4 days away at home against Marion. St. Francis will play tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we'll travel to Spring Arbor before traveling to Taylor on Thursday and Saturday. 2-2 is your count. 1 out. Full count now to Brady Harris with 1 out. King, just a junior from Hartford City, Indiana, went to Eastbrook High School. Harris battling at the dish. King stands 6'3", listed at 185 pounds. Looks a little heavier than that. Big cut, swing and a miss for out number 2. King, that's his first strikeout of the game. That's going to bring up number 15, Matt Vollmer, who is now catching in this game. Vollmer batting for Michael McCowan. Michael was 0 for 2 in this game, had the sacrifice RBI back in the 4th that scored Caden Sullivan. Vollmer throws down the bunt, right down the line, foul. Entering today's game, Vollmer with a .258 batting average, 17 hits, 1 run scored, and 66 at-bats. He's got 4 RBI, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts on the season for Matt Vollmer. Oh, 1's your count. Ball in the dirt. I stopped by Love. Pitch misses low and in for ball 2. We're evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Matt Vollmer. St. Francis traveling to Taylor on Thursday, then a day off on Friday before traveling back to Upland. Count remain at 2-2 to Matt Vollmer. Taylor University 14-6. Played a really tough part of the conference schedule early on as they keep on moving up the rankings. Ball in the dirt. We got a full count now to Matt Vollmer with 2 outs. Josh King on the bump.
Come on, Vollmer, keep out with kid. Win it, baby.
Vollmer right at shortstop Luke Adams for out number 3. Folks, we're just 3 outs away from the Cougars picking up a victory here at the Ash Center World Baseball Academy.
Sports medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Welcome back to the Ash Center. Last chance here for Bethel College. In the top of the 9th inning, they are down 5-4. They'll bring to the plate Jesse Cepeda, Siam Lafi and Sean Luzon. Cepeda is 2 for 2 in this game. Had a double back in the second.
I got it.
Had a single and scored a run back in the 7th. It's Caden Sullivan here in his 2nd inning. Caden went 1-2-3 back in the top of the 8th. First batter got him to ground out to Tanner Gaff. Second batter struck out looking. And the third batter flew out to center field. As this ball is ripped into left center. That's going to get all the way to the fence. Not a good angle taken by Keaton Sullivan. Zepeda's going to 3. And he is safe. A triple for Jesse Cepeda. And Bethel very much alive in this game. Bethel now with 8 hits. Cougars with 10. Coach Roberts going to talk to the battery of Caden Sullivan and Matt Ballmer. And Coach is going to bring in a new pitcher. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with you with that new pitcher's stats.
Grandpa taught me years ago, do business with people you know and who know you. That's why I joined Fort Financial Credit Union. Their staff knows I'm busy at college. They set me up with a checking account, a debit card, and an auto loan. With the Fort's mobile app, I can check balances, transfer money, and make my car payment. My grandparents loved doing business with the Fort, and I do too. My future, my family, my Fort.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship. Welcome back, everyone, to the top of the 9th inning. The new pitcher is going to be the ace, Dane Hoffman. Dane with a 4.70 ERA, 2-6 record, and 69 innings pitched, which is best for the Cougs. He's given up 77 hits, 43 runs, 36 of those earned, 22 walks, 48 strikeouts. Opposing batters hitting .274 against Dane Hoffman. Neither team with an error in this game. It's 10 hits for St. Francis, 5 runs, and 8 hits for Bethel, 4 runs. And Jesse Cepeda currently at third base. He represents the tying run. Your batter is Siam Lafi, who is 0 for 3 in this game. Hoffman, the righty, with the sidearm delivery. One of the leaders in the Crossroads League, as he has hit 19 batters this year. As sidearm delivery, the ball usually tails back towards the batters. 1-0 is your count. A lot of movement on Dane Hoffman's pitches. That's a swing and a miss. 1-1 is your count. Cougars desperately trying to strand Jesse Cepeda at third base. Beautiful looking pitch. A called second strike, 1-2 is your count. Rain now starting to come into the dugout as Hoffman gets him looking for out number 1. One batter face, 1 strikeout for Dane Hoffman. Brings up number 12, Sean Luzon. He is 1 for 3 in this game, had a solo home run back in the 7th. Actually, it's a 2-run shot. For Luzon, that was his first home run of the season. Down in this count, 0-1. Fly ball into the outfield ties this game for Bethel. Cepeda showed some wheels on that hit, the triple, so he was able to leg it out.
Come on, Dan.
Hoffman upstairs. 1-1's your count. Dane Hoffman, junior at 5'11", 180 from Bluffton, Indiana, Bluffton High School. Off-speed pitch is fouled away. Hoffman up in this count, 1-2. One, two, one out. Tying run at third base. Another one fouled off the backstop. Here at the Ash Center now, they got all the sponsor signs up in the outfield. Scoreboards decked out with the K&K Insurance. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dane Hoffman. Cougars just 1 out away from winning this game. That'll bring to the plate Andrew Miranda. Miranda with the runner at third. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Hoffman pitching a gem here. Coming in on relief of Caden Sullivan. 0-2 is your count. Oh-2 with 2 outs. Stepping out of the box there was Miranda. I think they're going to call that a dead ball. This ball's drilled right at Harris. Route number 3. Cougars win it 5-4 over Bethel. St. Francis takes the series now 2-3 and are in good place here to make the Crossroads League tournament. Folks, thanks so much for joining us once again. St. Francis winning it 5-4. Cougars with 10 hits, Bethel with 8. Great performance there by Dane Hoffman as St. Francis will improve its record to 12-29 overall, 9-13 in Crossroads League play. Bethel falls to 13-25 overall, 5-17 in conference play. Folks, this has been the last regular season game here at home for St. Francis. It's raining, so we're going to have to shut this one down. Thanks so much for joining us. Once again, Cougars win 5-4.